Welcome back to College Station, Texas, Ellis Field. There you see some of the core of cadets out here supporting their Aggies. Aggies in Arkansas just moments away. There's Arkansas head coach Kobe Hale in his fourth season in Fayetteville. There you see his record and one of the outstanding young coaches in the conference here for Arkansas.
Here's a look at Arkansas' starting lineup tonight. They're going to be going in a 4-5-1, looking to clog their midfield and make it hard for Texas A&M to play.
For Texas A&M tonight, we'll get to their lineup in just a moment. Just moments away from kickoff here this evening. Again, Texas A&M and Arkansas, a light rain falls. There you see on the left Aggie head coach G. Guerreri. Next to him, associate head coach Phil Stevenson. Coach Guerreri in his 23rd season at Texas A&M, 378 wins here in Aggie land, over 400 for his career, the fifth winningest coach in NCAA history. There you see Arkansas. They'll be moving north to south here in the first half, and we are underway. And right off, we've got a whistle and a foul on Texas A&M, and Arkansas Alley will have one of their first free kicks of the night where they are very dangerous.
Here's a quick look at Texas A&M's lineup tonight. We'll get it to you just in a second after this free kick play.
Claire Kelly put the ball back in play. Picked up by Mia Hummel for Texas A&M. Alley, Arkansas wants to put a lot of high pressure tonight on Texas A&M, and there you see some of the evidence here in the first possession, and it results in a turnover.
You're right, Dave, but you could see as soon as one Arkansas player was putting pressure, they all started to put pressure on Texas A&M's defensive midfielders and defense. And here's a look at Texas A&M's starting lineup tonight, going in their traditional 4-3-3 and looking to use the speed of Pounds, Watt, and Mallerby up top to put pressure on Arkansas's back four.
For Texas A&M, the free kick by 3, Carly Moeller.
There is Michaela Harvey for Texas A&M. Really, she is in control of the engine room, if you will, for this Aggie offense. So much of the game flows through her at that attacking mid slot. Another throw in for Texas A&M, Alley. And there's Michaela Harvey for the Aggies, the sophomore out of Liberty Hill, Texas. 4 goals on the season. The Aggies quickly into the penalty area. Shot taken there by Haley Pounds.
And I like that play there from Emily Bates, getting the ball right at the edge of the 6 and decided to cross it and to put one of her teammates in a better scoring position.
Carly Moeller clears it away. Moeller back after sitting out a game as a result of a concussion she suffered against Auburn. There's the senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And that's Grace Wright for Texas A&M.
And an excellent job right there by Wright on that play. She is Texas A&M's left defender, and she cut across the whole field and was able to turn her player, beat her one-on-one, and earn Texas A&M a foul. Looks like 5-7 yards off of the 18-yard box.
It will be Carly Moeller who will take it. And what you saw there with Grace Wright, number 19 for Texas A&M, you will also see from Carly Moeller on the right side. Those outside backs for Texas A&M, not afraid to come up and get into the attack. Harvey tries to get on the end of that. Can't do it. Still inside the penalty area. Arkansas finally clears it away. They get it out to Christofferson. That's Moeller for Texas A&M. Up across the halfway line in space to Michaela Harvey. Harvey in the penalty area, takes the shot, goal, Texas A&M. The right footer from Michaela Harvey puts the Aggies up 1-0.
And that goal shows how dangerous Michaela Harvey is on the dribble. Didn't have much in an angle, but she was able to chip Harris towards that near post with an excellent finish by the sophomore.
The upper 90. There you see again Aggie head coach G. Guerreri, and there's Michaela Harvey, her 5th goal of the season for Texas A&M. The Aggies with the upper hand in terms of the season, or the terms of the series with Arkansas. In fact, the Arkansas Razorbacks were the very first opponent that Texas A&M faced way back in 1993. And Allie, this is where you can mention that was the year you were born, and make me feel all old again.
It was a long time ago.
You remember specifically, we were talking about earlier before the game, last time that Arkansas was here at Ellis Field, the Razorbacks got up on top 3-1 in the early going and really just had a highly ranked Texas A&M team on their heels for a while.
It was a very intense game that night here at Ellis Field, but luckily for us, when I was on the A&M soccer team, we were able to win 4-3 in overtime. But Arkansas always giving A&M a very tough game since joining the SEC.
That's Ashlyn Harriman, the left center back for Texas A&M. Race right again. Nice stop there by Jordan Harris in goal for Arkansas. She comes into the contest with a 1.51 goals against average. She will virtually split time evenly with Cameron Carter in goal. Harris there, you see a redshirt sophomore where Cameron Carter is a junior. And the philosophy of Coach Colby Hale is he doesn't base their playing time on particularly how they do in that week's training. He says that they have both earned the right to play, and he will play both of them. And we should expect to see both of them tonight.
Which is very nice to have two strong goalkeepers that you are confident with, because if one does get hurt, you feel confident putting in another goalie.
Well, and that's right, Allie, and that's one of the rare luxuries that Arkansas has as we look at the cross from Allie Watt. Arkansas just decimated by injuries this year. They have 11 players right now currently injured, unable to play. That's just an astronomical amount, and it's been injuries of all different types. And I don't care who you are. It is just very, very difficult to manage a season with that level of injury.
Coach Hale told us before the game that a lot of his younger players, especially the freshmen in particular, have been able to step up this season in place of many of those injured players.
Two players in particular, Ashley Ellenwood and Lindsay Mayo, both of them seniors and leaders on this Arkansas squad. They're out with season-ending injuries. In fact, Ashley Ellenwood only played 7 games this year, and she is still the second leading scorer for the Razorbacks with 5 goals and an assist. So she was off to just such an outstanding start for the Razorbacks. Unfortunately, will not be able to finish the season, and her eligibility is gone for Arkansas. Lindsay Mayo, they hope that she will be able to get a medical red shirt, but that will not be the case for Ashley Ellenwood, in that she played too many minutes to qualify for that medical red shirt. So Her career at Arkansas is done, but it's been an outstanding career. Whistle and a foul there. Allie Watt, there you see Watt. She was the SEC Freshman of the Week this past week.
Here's a look at the foul. It looks like Nice just pulls Watt's jersey from behind right in front of the referee, so he was able to see that.
Carly Moeller sends the ball in directly, no problem there for Jordan Harris in goal. As I mentioned, Harris is a redshirt freshman out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Be a throw in for Texas A&M. There you see Aggie goalkeeper Mia Hummel, speaking of freshmen. She is another freshman on the field tonight out of Anaheim, California. 539 minutes in goal, 0.67 goals against average, and an .800 save percentage. Hummel did not start out in goal for Texas A&M. That was Taylor Saucier. The Aggies made the change about 4 games ago. Saucier unable to play tonight, injured herself this week. So we can expect Taylor Saucier to be in goal the entire game tonight.
Corner kick for the Aggies, taken by number 12, Haley Powell.
You see Arkansas getting ready to defend this set piece. It'll be a corner kick for Texas A&M. Haley Pounds will take it. Speaking of Haley Pounds, fantastic feature on her at halftime. Be sure and hang around for that. That's Michaela Paulson for Texas A&M.
An excellent service by Pounds, and Paulson able to get to it, but Harris with another nice save there in goal for Arkansas. Here's another look at it. Looks like it was just going into the back post, but Harris had a very good quick reaction to push it out for another corner kick.
Whistle and a foul going to be called on Texas A&M. There you see Michaela Paulson, number 20 for Texas A&M. She is the right center back for the Aggies, sophomore out of Mansfield, Texas. 3 goals on the season. There you see Paulson just coming in there, crashing into the Arkansas defender. That draws the foul. It'll be a free kick for the Razorbacks. And taking it will be Erica Miller. And we've got a whistle and a foul call, or it's going to be a throw-in for Arkansas. Yes. Throw-in for the Razorbacks. Throw-in for Texas A&M. Allie, Arkansas comes into this contest tonight 1-6-1. On the season. One of the things that Coach Colby Hale talked about when we visited with him before the game was he's very proud of his team for staying focused, staying determined, and not let this string of 1-goal losses really get to them. But it's got to really wear on a team.
Yeah, I mean, especially with so many injuries and some of their star seniors out for the season, and having 6 losses in their conference by only 1 goal just shows how close they have really been this season. But Coach Hale did mention to us that his team is confident and is coming into tonight's game confident, and that's really the attitude you have to have with only 1 SEC win so far.
Whistle and a foul called on Allie Watt. There you see her, number 1 for Texas A&M. Went over the back of the Arkansas player. It'll be a free kick for the Razorbacks.
For Arkansas, the free kick by number 4, Erica Miller.
Erica Miller will take it. Miller's a junior out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Rachel Riggs there tried to flick the ball with her head, send it toward the middle of the 6-yard box. fanned on that when it goes over the end line, and it was a goal kick for Texas A&M. There is Watt, has it stolen away from her. Got it to Riggs, but picked off again by Texas A&M. And the Aggies able to get it away from Allie Watt.
Watt just needing to make a little bit of a quicker decision there. Maybe 1 or 2 touches to find an open teammate to keep possession for the Aggies.
Long ball forward. You see Mallerby for Texas A&M and Jordan Jones for Arkansas Racing. Chase it down. Ball finally cleared out of bounds. Went off of Haley Pounds there. You saw her jump at the last minute. The ball deflected off of her. It'll be a throw-in for Arkansas.
And that's the kind of pressure Texas A&M wants to put on Arkansas's back line. They want to make it hard for Arkansas to get out of their back and hard for them to kick the ball farther down the field.
Another throw-in for the Razorbacks. Miller coming over to take it. Headed high by Paulson. Ball goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Texas A&M. 5 shots so far for Texas A&M. 4 of which have been on frame. 1 shot so far for Arkansas. It was between the pipes. There's a whistle and a foul there. Haley Pounds brought down. Free kick for the Aggies. There you see the sophomore for Texas A&M, number 12. Michaela Paulson with the ball.
A nice job by Mola there to switch the ball over to Harriman. And that's an instance where Harriman needs to be a little bit more patient. Texas A&M up 1-0. They should feel comfortable keeping the ball and passing it from left to right.
Substitution for Texas A&M. Checking out of the lineup is Janae Cousineau at the defending mid position. Checking into the lineup, there you see her right there. Another freshman for Texas A&M, Kate Hoydu. Hoydu out of Dallas, Texas. She comes in with 3 goals and 3 assists on the season.
And today was ranked number 21 on Top Drawer Soccer, top 100 freshman this season.
Mia Hummel. Over to Carly Moeller. There's Kate Hoydu, another one of those freshmen for Texas A&M. Just mentioned her. And there you see, Allie, some of the outstanding freshmen for Texas A&M.
All 4 of these freshmen making huge impacts on this A&M team this season, which is great to see after losing 90% of their goals from their 2014 team. It's so great to see these freshmen stepping up and taking part in so many of their goals.
14, as a matter of fact, between those 4 freshmen. And there is Emily Bates, one of the freshmen on that list. She's got 5 goals and 5 assists on the season. Corner kick in, headed high off of the head of Michaela Paulson. Nice job there by Jordan Harris to make the stop. Claire Kelly sends the ball forward. There comes Carly Mueller again, coming out of her right back spot for Texas A&M, all the way up into the attacking third, and that's Stephanie Mallerby over here at the right forward position, right on the sideline. Picks up the back heel pass from Mueller. Nice job there by Alexandra Fisher to keep the pressure on the Aggies. That's Bates with the ball. Lays it off to Watt, who sends it in, cleared away immediately by the Razorbacks. They'll get it ahead to Rachel Riggs. Cleared away, out of bounds. Riggs trying to get the ball to Carly Hoke for Arkansas. Hoke, another one of those freshmen from Lake Forest, Illinois. Mia Hummel there in goal again for Texas A&M.
A nice job there by Harvey. Gets the ball out of the air, able to settle it down and calm Texas A&M's possession rhythm down to find Harriman.
Sent away again by the Razorbacks. Back into the central third again. Michaela Harvey for Texas A&M settles it. Nice run there by Carly Mueller. Crosses it in the middle. It was a little bit behind Emily Bates, number 2, and a little bit ahead of Haley Pounds, number 12. There you see Carly Hoke for Arkansas, the freshman out of Lake Forest, Illinois. Interesting, she comes from a long line of athletes and coaches. Her dad is the defensive coordinator at South Carolina, and her uncle is Brady Hoke, former coach at the University of Michigan. Outstanding family of athletes and coaches.
Reminder, the 12-man and junior Aggie club tables will be closing at the conclusion of halftime.
7 shots now for Texas A&M. 6 on goal. 1 shot for the Razorbacks, one of which has been on frame. And 4 corners for Texas A&M. Gives you a little bit of the idea of how the possession has shaken out so far tonight. That is Kate Hoydu. To Stephanie Mallerby. Nice defensive job there by Jordan Jones for the Razorback. It all comes to naught, however, as the Aggies end up with the ball one more time. Failed to connect. Jones picks that ball up, sends it back into the circle where the Razorbacks get the rebound. There's Carly Hoke. Haley Pounds with it. Tries to slot it ahead there to Michaela Harvey, but too much pace on the ball. It'll be another goal kick.
2 subs for Arkansas, exiting number 27, Jordan Jones, along with number 18, Reese Christopherson. Checking in for the Razorbacks, number 3, Rachel Van Fossen, along with number 7, Katie Kienstra.
Couple of substitutions for Arkansas. Checking into the lineup will be Rachel Van Fossen, along with Katie Kienstra. And then checking out of the lineup, get this here in just a second, will be Jordan Jones along with Reese Christopherson for Arkansas. Remember the substitution rules in college. Once you are substituted for in the first half, you'll sit out the remainder of the half, so you get do not get to re-enter in the first half. You can re-enter the game once in the second half. So see these players who went out of the lineup here in the first half, most likely see them in the second half. Will not be able to re-enter in the first half.
Which really helps in the college game because these teams are playing Friday night and Sunday afternoon or Sunday night with only 1 day of rest. So it helps a lot of their players who do play a lot of minutes to get a quick break.
Texas A&M with a 1-0 lead there, as you see. Allie, how important is it for Texas A&M here in the first half to try to get that second goal here in the first half? Because you're one mistake away from being tied.
You're exactly right. Up 1-0 is so close with how much time there's left in the game. With over 20 minutes left in the first half and another 45 in the second half, it's so important to get that second goal and then even that third goal to really secure it for your team.
Long ball sent in. Mia Hummel comes out, goes high up into the air to field that ball just outside of the 6. With 20 minutes left in Knoxville, it is Ole Miss up 1-0 over Tennessee. Of course, the Ole Miss Rebels, one of those teams tied for second place in the SEC with Texas A&M. Of course, Arkansas last night, and I should mention, Ole Miss will be coming in here to Ellis Field on Sunday evening to face the Aggies. That game will get underway at 6 p.m. We'll have it for you here on SEC Plus, the digital network for the SEC network. But of course, last night it was Florida over South Carolina in what was a fascinating game to watch. 2 goals early on, one by either team. Savannah Jordan for Florida scored the goal for the Gators, and then it went the remainder of the first half, all of the second half, all of the first overtime, and for 9 minutes and 59 seconds of the 10-minute second overtime period, and Florida found the back of the net with about 1 second remaining and beat South Carolina 2-1. Took a giant step forward for the Gators to winning the SEC regular season championship.
And what a crazy finish, and it just shows that you have to keep working so hard until the game is over, because they started off that play with a throw-in with about 10 seconds left and were able to finish the game and win.
And two goals there in regulation by Savannah McCaskill and Savannah Jordan were able to take it all the way to overtime, and then a great finish over there. There you see Grace Wright for Texas A&M, the junior out of College Station, Texas, the left back for the Aggies. Ball goes out of bounds, and a throw in for Arkansas right in front of the Razorback bench.
And it looks like Kenstra for Arkansas is going to take this throw in, and she is their player who can really throw the ball down the field for her team.
Long flip throw. Goes off of one of the Aggies. I believe that was Emily Bates over there on the sideline, and it'll be another throw in for the Razorbacks. Wiping the moisture off of the ball so that she'll be able to get a better grip, won't come out of her hands. Allie, we've had moisture all day here in College Station, on and off. We're expecting more tonight. Been a little bit of light rain here during the course of the game. What is it like here when you, as a player, trying to play in weather when you begin to get a little sprinkle, the field gets wet, the ball gets a little wet? How does it change your game, or does it?
Well, thankfully, the field here in College Station drains pretty well, but the the ground is still wet, still has some moisture in it. So it's important to follow up shots on offense and on defense, because any ball can skip, slide, hit the goalie, and someone needs to be right there to either put it away for your team or to kick it out from avoiding the opposing team from getting a rebound.
Another throw in for the Razorbacks.
And these are very important moments for Arkansas to take advantage of. They are very dangerous on set pieces, and especially with that long throw-in.
Mallerby with the rebound for Texas A&M. Poked away there by Hoke for Arkansas.
And good defensive pressure there by Hope to keep Texas A&M in their defensive corner. And this is a time where they all need to step up, mark man-to-man, and keep A&M back in their final third.
Another substitution for Texas A&M. Claudette Lysandro will check into the lineup. Another freshman for Texas A&M. She's out of Austin, Texas. And she will check into the lineup for Stephanie Mallerby. Up at the right forward slot. Actually, what's going to happen, I believe, here is that it'll be Allie Watt who will switch sides of the field over to the right side for Texas A&M up top. And Lysandro will be over on the left side of the field.
And that works to both Lysandro and Watt's advantage. Allie Watt's so fast down that right flank with her right foot, and Lysandro on the left side, she's a left-footed player and can whip dangerous balls in.
That's Bates to Watt, who leaves it for Bates again. Shot blocked nicely by the Razorbacks. It's Paulson. Nice job again by Arkansas. Allie, I'm really impressed with the Arkansas back line and their holding mids. They have really done a good job maintaining their shape, not getting too stretched out of position as this A&M attack comes forward.
Yeah, I agree with you, David. I think that's part of their game plan tonight, is to stay organized, to keep an eye on Harvey and Bates, two big offensive threats for A&M, and just to make it hard for them to play and to go in with hard tackles. And you've been seeing them winning a lot of their tackles in the midfield and in the defense.
Another free kick for Arkansas off of the A&M foul. Erica Miller will take it. She's got 5 assists on the season, a junior out of Knoxville. Nice kick just outside the 6. Ball on the ground. Goal, Arkansas, as Hummel got caught out at the top of the 6th. I believe we're going to have an offside call on the far side, and we will. That goal will not be allowed.
Texas A&M very fortunate on that play. Hummel was not able to keep the ball. It was able to bounce around inside the 6-yard box. But luckily for A&M, Arkansas was caught offsides.
Aggies clear it away. Arkansas can send it right back and is on the attack again. That's Rachel Riggs as it poked away from her.
And here's another look at this free kick from Miller. And looks like Hummel was coming out for it, but just unable to get it. And Arkansas able to finish it. However, it looks like Riggs was offsides there right in front of the goal.
Right, either she or Carly Hoke, one or the other, was offside. Nice call there. Unfortunate for Arkansas. Colby Hale will tell you the way things have been going this year in terms of the injuries, some bad luck, goals called back because of offside, and otherwise been that kind of year for the Razorbacks. But he has great hopes for his team. There are some of these young players for the Razorbacks getting great experience, stepping in for some of the upperclassmen and others who are hurt. There you see him right there, Colby Hale, in his 4th season at Arkansas. Says it's been a very frustrating year, but one from which his young players will learn a great deal. that will benefit them in the future. And it's not, Arkansas 2 years ago was in the Sweet 16. Last year they lost in the second round of the NCAAs to Stanford. So they're looking forward and expect to be able to get back here.
Definitely a program that continues to get better and better. And similar story with many of the SEC teams, just getting so much better and so much improvement over the past few years. And just really showing how competitive this conference is.
And for the Razorbacks, you look, they tied South Carolina 2-2. They beat Georgia. Big losses there to number 22, Kentucky, and lost to Ole Miss 2-1 in overtime. Every game that the Razorbacks have played since in the month of September and October has been decided by one goal.
And that overtime loss to Ole Miss as well was a goal scored in the last second. Another thrilling finish for an SEC game.
Throw in again for Arkansas on the far side. Kenstra will take it with the flip throw. Nice job flicking that ball on. And it will be a throw-in for Texas A&M.
A nice job by Harriman there to make sure that that ball did not go out off of her to give them another long throw-in down in that corner.
A goal kick for the Aggies. Want to remind you again that the Aggies will be back in action here at Ellis Field. We'll have the game for you. Game time is at 6 o'clock on Sunday. Also a quick reminder, at halftime, great feature on Haley Pounds, a sophomore forward for Texas A&M. Think you'll enjoy it, so hang around for that. There you see Aggie head coach G. Guerreri. On his left was Phil Stevenson. Substitution for Texas A&M at that last stoppage in play. Brittany Crabtree checked into the lineup for Haley Pounds. Crabtree, she's a 5'10 freshman, another one for Texas A&M out of Corinth, Texas. Has 2 goals and an assist this season. There she is. A lot of height, can be very good on set pieces. Also up in the middle there, inside the 6-yard box. Hannah Neese clears it away, but it's Michaela Harvey who sends it right back. Neese chips it back for Arkansas. Michaela Paulson gets it away from trouble. And here comes Carly Moeller. Moeller just split the defense. She was looking to dish the ball off, I think, Allie. Nobody stepped to her, and so she just took it in. Just missed her second goal of her career. A little bit wide of the post.
A great decision there by Moeller. Keep going until players step to you, and the Arkansas defense just kind of looked like one of them was going to step, and there was a little bit of confusion, and Moeller able to beat 3 of them with a wide-open back post, just missing by a few inches.
Substitution for Arkansas. Blake Pruitt checked out of the lineup from the back line, and checking into the lineup is going to be Dee Green. She's a junior out of Renton, Washington. The foul called on Texas A&M. Erica Miller will put the ball back in play. Carly Moeller trying to get it away from pressure. Missed clearance there. And a dangerous cross right through the goal mouth. Sitting there at the top of the 6 was Rachel Riggs for Arkansas. She couldn't get on to the end of it. Allie, I'm noticing, I'm impressed again. Arkansas able to get the ball down into the final third, but really having trouble connecting more than one pass once they're there in a scoring position.
Yeah, they've really been starting to put a lot of pressure on Texas A&M's back line these past 5 or 10 minutes or so, but you're right, David, that last final pass, that last final cross, just a little bit off, but you can tell that they're starting to gain a little bit of momentum and more confidence.
Pardon me, Allie. There you see Claire Kelly for Arkansas. 6 goals on the season. She's a junior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. One of those players that's been able to stay healthy this year for the Razorbacks and Coach Colby Hale. Hard to imagine. We talked about it at the Open. There you see Kelly. We talked about it at the Open, Allie, you know, to have to deal with a situation where you've got, in the case of tonight, 11 players who are injured at one time to some degree or another, such that they're unable to play tonight. It really, from a coaching point of view, from a tactical point of view, from a strategic point of view, really begins to limit your options, I would think.
Yeah, it's extremely tough to have that many players unavailable to you, and especially 2 of those players being seniors and 2 big leaders and big players for their team.
Of course, Allie is talking about Ashley Ellenwood, the senior, with 5 goals and an assist. Here's Emily Bates for Texas A&M with the ball on the long breakaway. Lays it off to Lysandro. Trying to get the cross back to Bates in the middle. It's sent away over there by Erica Miller.
And I like that play there by Bates, drawing in Arkansas defenders into the middle of the field and then dishing it out wide to an open Lysandro.
Ashlyn Harriman sends it in. Nice job there to gather the ball in for Arkansas by Claire Kelly. It's Carly Moeller again. Right there to Michaela Harvey. And a great job there on the feed by Moeller, but an even better job by Claire Kelly to send that ball away on what looked like a real scoring opportunity there for Michaela Harvey, Allie.
Here's another look at it. Moeller does a nice job to find Harvey on the run, but you're right, Kelly's right there sticking with Harvey, not giving up on the play, and able to deflect it out for an A&M corner kick.
Claudette Lysandro will take the corner for the Aggies, a left footer. Bates tried to send it in. Brittany Crabtree for A&M had the first touch, couldn't do much with it. That was Michaela Paulson who rocketed one in off of the body of an Arkansas defender. Grace Kelly. Grace Wright. I got my my Claire Kelly and my Grace Wrights mixed up and ended up with Grace Kelly. And that is Grace Wright for Texas A&M, number 19.
And in that situation right there, I would have liked to see Hummel come out and call for a back pass there from Wright, and so that Hummel could clear it out more towards the middle of the field, farther up the field, and instead it's giving Arkansas a dangerous throw-in opportunity. And
an opportunity to move numbers forward, and in many ways, Allie, in a situation where with Kinstra with a throw-in, almost like a corner kick, if you will.
Exactly. It's just so dangerous to defend such a long throw-in like that.
Ball sent up into the crowd on the far side of the field.
Looks like it barely deflected off of Crabtree, therefore giving Arkansas the throw-in over there right in front of their bench.
There you see Colby Hale again, the Razorback coach. And Knoxville, Ole Miss has moved out to a 2-0 lead over the Volunteers. University of Tennessee. Under 10 minutes left in that contest. And about 2 minutes left here at Ellis Field. Blocked out of bound by the Aggies. Another throw in for the Razorbacks. Kester will go over again to take it. One of the things the Aggies want to absolutely prevent here from Arkansas is a goal in the waning moments of the first half. Ball chipped in high. It's going to be fielded by Hummel. She'll have an opportunity to clear the field and to punt it away for Texas A&M, which she does.
And with about a minute to go until halftime, with Arkansas putting some pressure on A&M's defense, I'd like to see A&M just try to keep the ball, possess it, and lose it in good spaces up in the corners, up in their final third, and let this game go into halftime up 1-0.
Again, a good job by the Arkansas back line as they retreat. Bates trying to chase that ball down for Texas A&M, but the back line moving well as a unit, staying in position. Want to remind you one more time to stay around at halftime. Great feature coming up on Aggie forward Haley Pounds.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the first half. Our score, Texas
First half is going to come to an end here at Ellis Field. Texas A&M with a 1-0 lead. 10 shots to 4 for over Arkansas. Texas A&M dominating possession here in much of the first half, but only a 1-0 lead. A very tight contest coming up here in the second half. Glad you're with us. We'll be right back with the second half feature right after this on the S at Ellis Field. Texas A&M with a 1-0 lead over the Arkansas Razorbacks at halftime. Been a hard-fought first half, a narrow margin here for Texas A&M for the 23rd at Ellis Field. There you see the Aggies coming back out of the locker room here to start the second half. Arkansas already out on the field. There you see the stats, Allie.
Here's a look at the first half stats. What really stands out to me is Texas A&M's 10 shots, but 6 of them on goal. We mentioned in the open that they needed to be dangerous in their attacking third, and they've had quality chances so far. And Arkansas really not able to test Hummel, Texas A&M's keeper, too much, with only 1 save here so far tonight.
It's not to say that Arkansas hasn't had some chances. Here you look at some of the scores around the SEC. Georgia over Vanderbilt, 3-0 at half. Ole Miss, the Aggies' opponent on Sunday night, up 2-0 over Tennessee, and that game has gone final at half. Auburn over Kentucky, and Missouri over Alabama. That one is in the second half, 1-0. So all of this, you've got Ole Miss, of course, Allie, who is tied with Texas A&M. That helps tighten the race. Auburn, also with them winning currently, that helps tighten the race. But it's really all now in Florida's hands. They win their last 2 games on Sunday and Wednesday, and they're going to win the conference.
You're exactly right, Dave. But teams like Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Missouri, Auburn, all so close right behind Florida, need to continue to win and get points, not only to try to win the SEC conference title, but to get a good seed in the tournament as well.
Absolutely, and you take a team like Texas A&M here tonight. There you see Grace Wright coming out for the second half. The Aggies could finish anywhere from second to, well, from first actually, if Florida is to either tie or drop a game. But if Florida wins their remaining 2, Texas A&M, for example, could be anywhere from 2nd to 6th in that 6, which makes huge difference in terms of seeding.
You're exactly right, and that means that their first game in the tournament will be against a much tougher opponent. And
which
means that they could be playing Florida if they're a 1 seed in possibly the semifinal game.
We are underway here in the second half. That's Mia Hummel in goal for the Aggies. We'll check the starting lineups here in the second half as we move along to see if there have been any changes for the Aggies. And we see one right there. Brittany Crabtree stays in the game for the Aggies. She's number 5. And she's going to be called for a foul here.
So it looks like to start this second half, Emily Bates steps off for Texas A&M, pushing Mallerby next to Harvey in that attacking midfield position, and then Watt, Crabtree, and Pounds, the 3 forwards for the maroon and white.
Arkansas, we look out at their starting lineup here to get the second half underway. Don't see any changes yet so far.
And Cousineau also back in the lineup for Texas A&M in place of Hoydu.
Jordan Harris still in goal for the Razorbacks. We mentioned earlier she and Cameron Carter have split time fairly evenly during the course of the year, but it is Harris who started the contest in the first half, and she is still in. Michaela Harvey for Texas A&M. Nice defensive pressure there by Carly Hope for the Razorbacks. Harvey gets away, takes the shot. It's going to go over the crossbar.
And I like that idea there by Harvey. She's such a skilled technical player, always looking to find an open teammate, but she also proved to us in the first half how dangerous she could be by taking a shot as well as scoring.
There you see Jordan Harris. Your foot into the ball. Wind blowing left to right here as you see the game. That is south to north here at Ellis Field. Arkansas with the wind at their back. That's Haley Pounds, the subject of the halftime feature. Leading scorer for Texas A&M this season.
Looks like Kentra's going to be using her long throw-in here deep into their half to try to get it out and moved up towards their goal.
So, Eloise, we see Kinster go over to take this throw-in. How does that long throw-in help a team in terms of getting the ball down the field in a better position?
She's going to be looking to try to advance the ball down the field and then also looking for it to deflect off of an A&M player to earn another throw-in down the field, keep moving along that sideline.
Sent high into the air by Carly Moeller for Texas A&M. It's Crabtree. Gets the ball on the ground. Sent out of bounds by the left center back for Texas A&M. That's Ashlyn Harriman. It'll be a throw-in. And Kister will come over to take it again for Arkansas.
And it looks like Coach Hale made it a point to this Arkansas team at halftime to use this long throw-in to their advantage because it's shown to be so dangerous.
You see a great shot, and just as I say that, loses the ball. And that's one of the dangers, Allie. My guess is that ball slipped a little bit on the wet ground as she planted the ball to do the flip, and now it's going to say.
And the reason why this throw-in call is getting flipped for A&M is because she was in the motion of throwing the ball in, and it didn't go in bounds. Therefore, it's Texas A&M throw-in down on the sideline. Here's another look at it. She was in motion. Good thing she didn't get hurt because that's definitely a little bit dangerous doing a flip there.
Absolutely. And again, I think the ball just slipped a little bit, caused her to lose her balance, and that's one of the things that can happen on a surface that's a little bit slick tonight. Again, we haven't had any rain here at Ellis Field since the early moments of the contest, but it's a very humid night, a lot of moisture in the air, and so the little bit that was on the ground is going to stay. Comes another throw in. Whistle and a foul called.
Foul call on Arkansas.
I believe that called on Claire Kelly.
13 Mia Hummel with the free kick for the Aggies.
Kelly, an outstanding season for Arkansas. 6 goals and 3 assists on the season for the junior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hummel plays it over near side to Ashlyn Harriman. Crabtree battling there with Rachel Van Fossen, who started the second half for the Razorbacks. Collision there. Foul called on the Aggies. That's Michaela Harvey, the offender there.
Looks like Harvey just gets Kenstra there. She didn't have the ball very close to her and just gets her body on that play.
Grace Wright for Texas A&M was able to get a head on it. Sent high into the air by Allie Watt. Headed down there by Jessie Hartzler for Arkansas. Kelly. And a whistle and a foul call there. Delayed foul called.
Foul call on Texas A&M.
Kelly will take the free kick for the Razorbacks.
12, Claire Kelly taking the free kick for the Razorbacks.
3-person wall there for Texas A&M. Chipped high. Hummel goes up, punches the ball away. And it's finally Michaela Harvey for Texas A&M who clears it up the sideline. Chasing it down was Erica Miller. Trying to catch up to the ball for Texas A&M was Crabtree, unable to do so. Finally, Carly Hoke got possession. Collides there. Rebound comes to A&M, and a whistle and a foul. And a yellow card will be issued. Let's see. I'm not certain if that was issued on the A&M bench or issued to perhaps Allie Watt. All right, to the Aggie bench, the public address announcer says. So Aggie coach G. Guerreri gets the yellow card. There from center official Daniel Radford, our referee tonight. So there's Coach G. Guerreri walking back to his seat.
An excellent job there by Michaela Paulson, winning the first ball with her head and able to clear it with the second ball.
Crabtree ahead to Pounds. Back to Watt inside the penalty area. Shot just wide of the post.
A great counter-attacking play there for Texas A&M. An excellent decision there by Pounds to find an open Watt over on that right-hand side of the goal. And again, the Aggies just missing that back post.
3 great passes there from Brittany Crabtree to Haley Pounds and then to Allie Watt. And my guess is that Allie Watt, you see right there on your screen, would like to have that shot back.
And that play started with Michaela Paulson winning that first and second ball on defense to get that counter-attacking opportunity.
Haley Brown's trying to chase it down and does for Texas A&M on the far side, being marked over there by Erica Miller. Good job by Miller tonight. Great deal of hustle for the Razorbacks, and she has played tough for Arkansas.
I've been very
there she
impressed
is right
with Miller,
there.
with Miller too as well tonight. It looks like she's been man-marking Pounds and making it hard for Pounds to create something individually.
Corner kick comes in. Harvey tries, Paulson for Texas A&M tried to get ahead on it. Didn't do it. Wright sends it back in. Janae Cousineau trying to chase the ball down for Texas A&M. That was Rachel Van Fossen who sent it out of bounds. Got it off the body of Janae Cousineau. There is Cousineau, number 11 for Texas A&M. Has 4 goals on the season, 12 during her career, the senior out of San Clemente, California. Crabtree, nice job there by the Arkansas defense to get that ball away. Trying to run it down for the Razorbacks was number 22, Rachel Riggs. Winning that battle was Mia Hummel to the top of the 18.
And a nice decision there by Hummel to let the ball roll into the box, pick it up, and roll it out to Ashlyn Harriman to keep possession for A&M.
12 shots for Texas A&M, 6 on frame, 5 shots for Arkansas. They've put it between the post once this evening. And that is Michaela Harvey for the Aggies all the way through, trying to get it to Crabtree, and does. She'll lay it off to Pounds. Pounds tried to cut back, runs into traffic, but gets the cross off. Ball laying on the ground just outside, and a whistle, and let's see what the call is going to be. A foul on Texas A&M.
Here's another look at it. Pounds does a nice job beating Miller here one-on-one. Puts a good cross in right in front of goal, but it just looks like Watt jumps into the Arkansas defender there, creating the foul.
There you see Emily Bates for Texas A&M, the freshman, 5 goals on the season, waiting to check in just a couple of minutes.
And a great chance there by Texas A&M. Paulson does a nice job of getting on the end of that ball from Muller, but just hits it too high with her body leaning back, causing it to go over the crossbar.
Couple of substitutions for both teams. Checking out of the lineup for Arkansas, or checking in rather, is going to be Shanna Forstall, and checking out of the lineup will be Alexandra Fisher. Also checking in will be Jordan Jones into the lineup, and Rachel Van Fossen will go out. A substitution as well for Texas A&M. We'll get to that in just a moment. Haley Pounds there off of the left foot at the top of the penalty area. Deflected, but that's Mallerby in. Tries to squeeze a shot in there between Harris and the post. Can't do it. But it'll be a throw in Texas A&M. Here's a replay, Allie.
A nice job by Mallerby there to beat her player. I'd like to see her get that ball in across, so I don't think she had much of an angle, especially on her left foot that far wide. But a good offensive attack there by Texas A&M.
Here comes Arkansas. Great speed there. That's Shanna Forstall, the junior out of Keller, Texas. Great speed down the left flank. A substitution at that last change there for Texas A&M. Checking back into the lineup is going to be Emily Bates. Brittany Crabtree will check out of the lineup. Throw in for the Razorbacks. Cousineau with a long clearance for Texas A&M. It will go out of bounds. Arkansas will throw it in again, and checking in again for Arkansas will be Dee Green. Checking out of the lineup will be Rachel Riggs. Green's a junior from Renton, Washington. Play there on the back line for the Razorbacks. Mia Hummel. Send it out to the left flank, near side. Grace Wright. Nice pressure there by Arkansas, picked up by Shayna Forstall. Tries to center the ball to Claire Kelly. Unforced error there, and the Aggies are there to capitalize.
A great job there by Harriman to get her body in between Forstall and the ball and to clear it and to win possession back for A&M.
Michaela Harvey comes up with the ball for the Aggies, has it at her feet. Harvey probably the best technician on the Aggie team in terms of keeping possession with the ball. Mallerby sends it down into the corner. Nobody can catch up for the Aggies. Arkansas clears it away. Back into the central third. The Aggies get it right back, though. And that's Stephanie Mallory. Had a relatively quiet game tonight for Mallerby. That's Watt. Gets a nice cross off to Bates. Tried to get a one-touch shot, sent it wide of the post.
And I like Watt's idea on that play. She is so hard to defend when she goes 1v1, especially down that right-hand side. And if she can continue to do that and deliver crosses in on the ground, Texas A&M will be able to score more in the second half.
There you see Emily Bates' line. She and Jordan Jones standing there. Carly Moeller with a missed clearance goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Razorbacks right in front of their own bench. And one of the things that we talked about, Arkansas head coach Colby Hale mentioned to us, there you see him right there in the background, was how proud he was of his team in the face of the injury and the adversity that they had seen this year. Been able to keep their spirits up, keep their determination up. Hasn't affected practices, and they still come into every game expecting to win.
And like we mentioned earlier, all 6 of their SEC losses this season were only by 1 goal. I think that gives them confidence moving forward, knowing that they can compete with all the teams in this league.
Carly Moeller over there, tangling with Dee Green. Throw in went to the Aggies. Be a corner kick for Texas A&M. Haley Pounds will take it for the Aggies. Be a right-footed out-swinging corner kick. There you see number 20, Michaela Harvey for the Aggies. poked away, very dangerous there by Jordan Harris. Caught a lucky break, poked it away and sent it right into the back of one of her own players, but was able to fall on the rebound before it got away. Now you see the corner kicks. Texas A&M with 7. None for Arkansas.
It feels like Arkansas has had a lot of corner kicks from their long throw-ins deep into the corners.
So one of the things that we talked about early on in the game, Allie, was because of all the injuries, Arkansas started out in the season trying to play the ball on the ground, much like Texas A&M and other teams will play, as opposed to the long ball, but have had to get away from that a little bit because of the injuries and have played a lot more direct style. And how does that, how more difficult is it to play a team like that that's playing the ball over the top quite a bit as opposed to playing the ball on the ground?
It's hard to play against because when the ball is constantly in the air, you don't have the ball and you have to try to keep it on the ground. And any time your team loses possession, they're going to kick it right back down your throat. So it is definitely hard to play against, especially this Arkansas team that is dangerous on set-piece opportunities. And it looks like now that they earned their first corner kick and another chance here in the second half.
Hannah Neese with the ball in. Getting ahead on it there was Claire Kelly. Sent it right into the body of one of her teammates. Rebound came back to her and she sent it away. Quick substitution for Arkansas right before that corner kick. Checking out of the lineup was Katie Kinstra, and checking back in is Alexandra Fisher. Checking out also for the Razorbacks is number 9, Blake Pruitt, and checking back in for Arkansas will be Rachel Riggs. Harriman for Texas A&M with the ball at her feet. Ahead to Cousineau. Trying to slot the ball through to Bates. Nice defensive pressure there by Jordan Jones for Arkansas. Ball sent in there by Grace Wright. Goes over the inline, deflected off of an Arkansas defender. That was Hannah Neese, and it'll be another corner kick for Texas A&M. There you see Neese played very well tonight, the sophomore out of Argyle, Texas. One of those sophomores who's really had to step up for the Razorbacks with all of the injuries. Haley Pounds again with the corner for Texas A&M. Allie Watt got ahead on the ball, but Allie got the ball as she was going up, and so the ball is just going to fly high.
Yep, the timing just a little bit off there from Watt. She also wasn't facing the goal and facing straight ahead, which was out of bounds, so a combination of the timing and where her body was facing, causing the ball to soar over and wide.
Goal kick comes up. Harvey got a foot on it, but it's Erica Miller who clears it away. Tried to get it ahead to D.D. Green. Carly Moeller for Texas A&M wins that battle. I mentioned earlier, Carly Moeller, this is her first game back after missing what was in essence a game and a half due to a concussion. And a substitution for the Aggies on that throw-in. It's going to be Janae Cousineau who will check out of the lineup. Kate Hoydu will check in. Moeller had that concussion, result of a collision, we'll call it, against Auburn. Had to sit out last week's game. First game back, as we mentioned. And another substitution. Checking back into the lineup will be Katie Kinstra, and checking out of the lineup is Shayna Forstall. Kenstra got a brief break, but not long, as they need her back in the lineup. She's been a great presence with her throws, but also in terms of her overall play on the field for Arkansas tonight. Have that midfield position. Paulson on the dribble for Texas A&M. Gets it ahead to Allie Watt. Ball sent in from Watt, trying to get it to Bates. She was right at the top of the 6, and a little scrum there with Jordan Harris. But Bates comes up a little bit short. Harris is able to win the ball, prevent the goal, and kick it away.
And then again, another opportunity, Watt taking advantage of beating her player down the line, and she was able to do that by opening up her hips with a great turn to get her first touch going, and just really shows how dangerous she is out wide and how her crosses can really help this Texas A&M team score more goals.
As we mentioned earlier, Texas A&M next on the docket for the Aggies, the Ole Miss Rebels, who will come into Ellis Field on Sunday night. For Arkansas, the Razorbacks will stay on the road, go to Gainesville, Florida. Well, they will take on the Florida Gators on Sunday. Michaela Harvey talked earlier about how good she was with the ball at her feet. You saw it right there. Michaela Harvey in a collision right after she dished the ball off. She's up. Always good to see a sophomore out of Liberty Hill. Very dynamic player for Texas A&M out of that attacking mid position. Had the lone goal of the night for Texas A&M. Her 5th of the season in the 5th minute tonight. And we have been scoreless since. Grace Wright. Couple of flicks in a row there for Arkansas. Nice job. There you see Allie Watt turn on the Jets there for a couple of minutes. Slots the ball through. Emily Bates goes down. The cross was intended for her. Jordan Jones was there defending. Bates slipped down. The ball goes all the way through and finally cleared away by the Razorbacks.
Bates, the only runner in the box for Texas A&M on that last play. I'd like to see more. Yep, that ball even played behind her. Would have missed her anyways if she didn't slip. But you could see Bates and Pounds there in the back. Only 2 Texas A&M players getting in the box for that cross. There needs to be more Aggies committing themselves to finish that first time.
Harriman clears it away for Texas A&M. Haley Pounds, Erica Miller battling for it here on the near sideline. Finally coming up. Trying to get in on the action there was Rachel Riggs, but the Aggies and Michaela Harvey come out with the ball and get it to Michaela Paulson for Texas A&M. Grace Wright. Whistle and a foul called as Carly Moeller is pushed down from behind. Moeller want to make sure she pleads her case.
Here's another look at it. Green just getting Moeller from behind. Not getting the ball, but getting the player for the foul on that play.
And it's going to be Carly Moeller who will take the free kick for Texas A&M.
A second yellow card issued to the Aggie bench.
Second yellow card issued to the Aggie bench. I believe this time it was to Phil Stevenson, the associate head coach for Texas A&M. I'm guessing on that, but I believe that's the case. Here comes the kick in. Low-driven ball. Great job there by Moeller to put the ball near the post. The Aggies could not get in on the end of it, rather. And it'll be a goal kick for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Substitution for Arkansas, checking out of the lineup, will be D.D. Green. And it'll be Reese Christopherson re-entering the game for Arkansas. And for Texas A&M, there you see over on the sideline is Allie Watt. Checking back into the lineup for the Aggies will be Claudette Lysandro. Paulson gets it ahead to Pounds.
Pounds unable to get her hips fully around that cross, causing the ball to go over the goal and an Arkansas goal kick.
And one more substitution for Arkansas. Checking out of the lineup will be Katie Kinstra. Checking back in for the Razorbacks, Blake Pruitt. Senior from Dallas, Texas, is Pruitt. Headed back by Mallerby. Whistle and a foul called on Michaela Harvey. And it'll be a free kick for Arkansas. Taking it will be Erica Miller. Right in the middle of the field. 16 shots for the Aggies, 7 for the Razorbacks. Miller sends it right down the middle, headed high into the air by the Aggies, back into toward their goal. And it's going to go over the inline. It'll be a Mia Hummel who will kick it away for Texas A&M.
And they also present tonight's Whataburger Lucky Row. Congratulations to everyone seated in Section 1, Row 5. That is Section 1, Row 5. Congratulations, you all won free food courtesy of Whataburger. Remember that Whataburger is proud to feed hungry Aggies 24 hours a day.
A nice job by Bates to put pressure on Jones there and win the ball for Texas A&M right at the top of the 18-yard box.
Cleared away by the Razorbacks. Harvey sends the ball into Pounds. Pounds tried to get the left-footed shot off, blocked nicely there, and finally sent away by Jordan Jones. Mallerby gathers it back in for Texas A&M. Just under 14 minutes left to go, but Arkansas, hard to hold them. They have been only shut out 3 times this year with their 5-9-1 record. Cleared away nicely there by Hannah Neese for the Razorbacks. And then by Carly Hoke.
And better by Texas A&M on that cross from Mueller, getting more players into the box. But I'd like to see some of those crosses played really hard on this slick surface just for someone to tap it in.
Bates settles it. Drops it back to Hoydu. Who sends it in off of the body of a Razorback defender, and it will be another corner kick, Texas A&M. There you see Kate Hoydu, number 6 for Texas A&M. So we mentioned a freshman from Dallas, Texas. Has 3 goals on the season. Corner kick comes in. Lysandro got on the end of that one, sends it back to Pounds. Cross right into the middle, sent away there. Shot, Lysandro. Cleared away. A nice job there by Hoke. Again, Carly Hoke for Arkansas to clear that ball away right in the goal mouth. That's Grace Wright from her left back position. Slots it through to Pounds. Sent back to Harvey, just a step ahead of her. And a nice job then by Jordan Harrison to step up and feel the ball before Michaela Harvey could get on the end of it.
You're right, Dave. A very confident save there by the freshman Harris. I like that build-up, though, from A&M, starting with their left back, Grace Wright, able to commit players, finding Pounds, who was just so close to finding Harvey there in the box.
"19 shots now for Texas A&M. 7 on frame, 7 shots for Arkansas. Still just 1 shot between the post for the Razorbacks. Arkansas with the ball in their attacking third. Good job there by Michaela Paulson as she was able to seal off Rachel Riggs from getting to the end of that shot. There you see number 20 for Texas A&M. That's Paulson.
And Arkansas starting to put more pressure on A&M, and that's a result of Texas A&M not able to complete passes and giving the ball away in that midfield position, causing Arkansas to take advantage of it and move up the field.
Carly Moeller with the free kick off of the foul on the Razorbacks. Harvey down into the corner trying to get it to Pounds. It's going to go over the end line before she can track it down, and it will be a goal kick. There you see Haley Pounds. You got to wonder if she's might have a little problem with cramps tonight or some other issue. She is off the field to play, but in an area where you want to stop play, and the clock is stopped right now. Make sure that she is going to be all right. Such a key part of this Texas A&M team. She's going to stay in the game, it looks like. Hard to tell what happened there. It might be a little bit of a cramp. She jogs off the field. She'll be able to re-enter here, Allie. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. Because the game had to be stopped for her, she has to come off the field before she can re-enter and come back into the game. But it did look like Texas A&M substituted Pounds out and put Watt back into the game.
All right, Allie Watt checks back into the lineup for Haley Pounds for Texas A&M. Actually, that is not the case. So it was Emily Bates who went out of the lineup. Allie Watt checked in for Bates.
Oh, you're right, Dave. I did not see Bates come off, and does look like Pounds will re-enter.
Ball down in the corner, Arkansas. Trying to get a corner kick. Rebound off of one of the A&M players. Not able to do that, but they will get a throw in deep down in their attacking third. And going down there to take it will be Erica Miller. And there you see Haley Pounds coming back onto the field for Texas A&M. Go in, comes in. Go out of bounds and be a throw-in, I believe, for the Razorbacks here on the near side. Whistle, the official will stop play for just a moment. A little pushing there and for position. between, I believe, Kate Hoydu and Claire Kelly for Arkansas. Ball comes in high into the air. Kelly got a head on it, sends it over the inline, wide of the near post. It'll be a goal kick, Texas A&M. Ball near side, or in the middle here. Arkansas with it, cleared away by Michaela Harvey up to the halfway line. Throw it again for the Razorbacks. Approaching the 7-minute mark. You see Colby Hale. Talked a lot about him tonight. Very scrappy team for Arkansas. In his 4th season in Fayetteville. Forstall sends it into the penalty area, trying to chase that ball down for Arkansas. Was Blake Pruitt. She almost got there. Nice job there by Mia Hummel.
It's so important for Texas A&M with less than 7 minutes to go to be so focused back there in defense because this game is so close.
Nice combination play there between Pounds and Harvey. Harvey goes down inside the box. She wants the call. She's not going to get it. The Aggies get the ball back, and Allie Watt sends it to Lysandro, and Lysandro over to the near side to Grace Wright. Back to Lysandro. She misfires on a shot there, a one-touch. Going at it is Michaela Paulson there inside the circle, and Forstall for Arkansas. Finally a whistle and a foul called as Pounds is being held from behind.
Foul called on Arkansas. The free kick for the Aggies by number 3, Carly Moeller.
And here's an important chance for Texas A&M to go up 2-0 to secure their lead here. And that's why these set pieces are so important, especially so late in the game.
Aggies had a couple of shots there to try to get on the end of it, but nothing comes of it, and it'll be kicked away by Jordan Harris. Been in goal all night long for the Razorbacks. Expected perhaps to see her split some time with Cameron Carter, but that has not been the case tonight. It has been Harris in goal, and she has done a great job for the Razorbacks. Michaela Harvey to Pounds. Cross comes in just a little bit ahead of Allie Watt. Under 5 minutes now here at Ellis Field. Been lucky tonight, Allie. Pretty much dodged the rain. This area expecting somewhere 6, 8, 10 inches this weekend. And we have been very fortunate. It's turned out to be a nice evening here at Ellis Field.
Yep, you're right. And everyone knows how much weather can affect a game, and both of these teams able to play their style and their game tonight without having the weather affect it.
Allie Watt sends it off of the body of Rachel Riggs. It'll be a throw-in for Texas A&M.
A great ball in there by Mallerby, putting it deep into Arkansas's corner. And now Texas A&M able to take a throw in and just start having seconds click off this clock with about almost 3 minutes to go.
There's Stephanie Mallerby. Earlier this year, she did a stint as a member of the national team for South Africa. Allie Watt trying to kill the ball down in the corner. Finally, Lysandro able to send it to an Arkansas player. Get her to kick it out of bounds. That was Hannah Neese, and it'll be a throw in for Texas A&M, and Lysandro will send it down into the corner. Another throw in, Texas A&M. Grace Wright will take it for the Aggies. Again, Allie, as we come down to the final minute and a half here, Texas A&M with a goal early. Nothing much to show for it since. The Aggies have to be a little bit disappointed in that, but Arkansas also been very impressed with their tenacity tonight, playing clearly shorthanded, battling that all season long, have acquitted themselves very well, I thought, this evening.
Yeah, I thought it was a very tough match so far, and if the score stays the same here and Texas A&M comes out with a 1-0 win, although they weren't able to take advantage of as many opportunities they've had, they're definitely going to be happy taking 3 points away from this game and just inching up closer and closer to the top of that SEC conference race. But Arkansas, a very tough team, and even though A&M up 1-0 here in the closing seconds, it just shows how tough this Arkansas team is to stay within one goal with all of their losses this season.
Before we get in too big a hurry, it's Arkansas coming up with the corner kick, and Hannah Neese will come up to take it. Arkansas with a great opportunity, and they are very good on set pieces. Let's see what they can do. Far side of the penalty area, or far side of the 6. They still got the ball in the ground inside there. Finally, it's Carly Moeller for Texas A&M who sends it away. Some dangerous moments there for Texas A&M. Arkansas sends it back in. It's going to take a hop, and that's going to do it for the Aggies. The Aggies will move to 13-4 on the season, 6-3 in the SEC. Arkansas will drop to 5-10-1. 1-7-1 in the SEC. Great contest here, hard fought by both teams. 1-0, Texas A&M is our final. So for Allie Bailey, I'm David Ellis. Want to say so long from College Station, Texas. Again, our score 1-0 with the Aggies over the Razorbacks. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. It's been a presentation of the SEC ESPN Network.